Have you ever believed a car could run over 1 million miles without ever opening its engine? Some machines weren't made to look pretty. They were born to be immortal. No outdated sensors, no complex electronics, just pure mechanics, steel, and oil. These are 10 cars built with the philosophy of never break down, and somehow they're still out there driving strong. Number 1. Dodge Ram Cummins 5.9, 1989 to 1993. In 1989, Dodge did something outrageous. They dropped an industrial Cummins diesel into a light-duty pickup. That 5.9-liter 12-valve monster was meant for big rigs running non-stop. In a Ram truck, it was like using a battle axe to sharpen a pencil. The Bosch injection pump worked without electronics and could even run on filtered cooking oil. This engine was built to last over 1 million miles. Many trucks pass 700,000 miles without ever opening the hood. Owners buy old, rusty Rams just to pull the engine and install it in other builds. In the modding community, the Cummins 5.9 is legendary. They call it the unkillable heart. The best part, it's not just tough. It's fixable with bare hands and determination. Number 2. Toyota Land Cruiser F J60. 1980 to 1987. If you had to pick one car to survive the end of the world, many would go for the Toyota Land Cruiser F J60. It was made to run in deserts, mountains, and places with no repair shops in sight. That's why the United Nations rescue teams and explorers around the globe rely on it. Its inline 2F or 3F engine naturally aspirated pairs with a 4 or 5-speed manual gearbox, all mechanical, no ECU, no fancy sensors. The 4-wheel drive system is basic but rock solid. It was made to be fixed with hand tools, even a hammer. In Africa, many of these rigs are still running as taxis, cargo haulers, or ambulances after more than 800,000 miles. Not because they're luxurious, but because they never betray you. That's mechanical trust, and it's real. Number 3. Mercedes-Benz W123, 1976 to 1985. Mercedes once built a car not for profit, but to make a statement. That car was the W123. It had body panels thick as safes and door handles heavier than most modern hoods. This sedan was the pinnacle of over-engineering. Its vacuum-powered central locking still works after decades. Under the hood, the diesel OM617 engine runs purely on mechanical principles. No electricity, no turbo. In Morocco and Ethiopia, these cars still serve as taxis daily, racking up more than 600,000 miles. Mercedes reportedly lost money on every unit sold, but in return they built a machine that refuses to die. Manual transmission, simple interior, zero electronics. Everything was made to never fail. Today, finding a mint-condition W123 is like finding gold, because everyone knows it'll run for decades more. Number 4. Toyota Hilux Pickup, 1979 to 1995. Ever heard of a truck that got burned, crushed, submerged, and thrown off a building, yet still started up again? That's the Toyota Hilux. Built for places where the word garage doesn't exist, the Hilux is a symbol of mechanical survival. It rides on a thick ladder frame, uses ultra-simple leaf spring suspension, and runs on a 2-liter or 3-liter diesel that can burn filtered cooking oil. On the show Top Gear, they tried every trick to destroy a 1988 Hilux and failed. After being buried, torched, and dragged from rubble, it still drove. Across the Middle East, Africa, and Southeast Asia, Hiluxes haul cargo, rescue people, and even survive war zones. Some have passed 600,000 miles, needing only oil changes and brake pads. This isn't a pickup truck, it's a survival tool on 4 wheels. Number 5. Volvo 240, 1974 to 1993. At a glance, the Volvo 240 looks boring, boxy as a fridge, dull in color, but underneath that humble shell is a Swedish tank in disguise. The body is made of thick steel. It adds safety features ahead of its time, crumple zones, reinforced cabins, and 3-point seatbelts. The B21, B23, and B230 engines are simple single-cam blocks, shockingly easy to repair and hard to kill. Many have surpassed 500,000 miles, some even hit 1 million. What's special? You can fix a Volvo 240 with just a wrench and a service manual. No electronics, no ECU, no glitches. Its heater can warm the whole cabin in a Nordic winter. In the US, Europe and Canada professors, engineers, and die-hard drivers still choose the 240 because sometimes the car should outlive the owner. Number 6. Jeep Cherokee XJ. 1984 to 2001, born in the final days of AMC, the Jeep Cherokee XJ blended off-road soul with military-grade toughness. It was the first successful unibody SUV, lighter than traditional body-on-frame, yet stiff like a mini-tank. But the heart of the legend, that 4.0-liter inline-six engine, simple, strong. It could run on willpower alone. Many have passed 300,000 miles without ever needing an engine teardown. Its four-wheel drive system uses a manual transfer case, solid front and rear axles, and high ground clearance, making the XJ a budget off-roading king. The U.S. Postal Service bought thousands to deliver mail in mountainous areas. There are stories of XJs flipped shot at, swept away in floods, only to be repaired and keep driving. Among the XJ Mafia community, it's worshipped like a deity. Finding a stock XJ today is like spotting a unicorn. Rare, stubborn, and indestructible. Number 7. Ford Crown Victoria. 1992 to 2011, American police don't choose cars for comfort. They pick what survives, chases, jumps, crashes, and endless idling. That's why the Ford Crown Victoria became the backbone of law enforcement. Built with a body-on-frame chassis like a truck powered by a 4.6-liter SOHC V8 engine and a rugged 4-speed automatic, the Crown Vic was engineered to survive abuse. Cops used it, taxi drivers bought it next. When taxis wore out, everyday folks used it for Uber. Many examples crossed 600,000 miles without a major overhaul. The cooling system works flawlessly even with engines running for 8 hours straight. Underneath, it's as solid as a pickup. Inside, it's basic and easy to replace. When Ford ended production in 2011, police departments stockpiled them like gold. The Crown Vic isn't just a sedan, it's American resilience on wheels. Number 8. Nissan Patrol Y60. 1987 to 1997. If the Land Cruiser is the desert king, then the Nissan Patrol Y60 is the quiet general. Across the Middle East, Africa, and Australia, the debate isn't Hilux versus Ranger, it's Patrol versus Cruiser. The Y60 has a super rigid ladder frame, solid axles front and rear, and the legendary TD42 diesel engine, famous for its tractor-like reliability. This inline-six can cross 500,000 miles with just basic maintenance, no electric motors, no fragile sensors. The four-wheel drive is purely mechanical. Designed to be fixed by hand under the desert sun, the Y60 is worshipped in Australia's off-road community. There are hundreds of videos showing it pulling trucks, climbing boulders, and fording rivers. In the Iraq and Afghanistan wars, when all else broke down, the Patrol Y60 kept going. It doesn't care about luxury because it was built to survive. Number 9. Peugeot 504. 1968 to 2005. You might not see the Peugeot 504 in Europe anymore, but in Africa, it's legendary. Made from the late 1960s until the early 2000s in Nigeria, the 504 was one of the few French sedans built to survive brutal conditions. Independent rear suspension, high ground clearance, strong load capacity. Its diesel engines, the XD88 and XD90, can keep running with low oil or weak coolant. The twist-resistant steel frame and thick panels handle unpaved roads for decades without deforming. In Mali, Cameroon, and Niger, many 504s still run daily, hauling people and goods after over 40 years. Locals call it the car that never dies. And the best part, when it does break down, all you need is a basic toolkit. You don't protect this car, it protects you. Number 10. Toyota Corolla E100. 1992 to 1997. This might be the only budget car on the list, but never underestimate it. The Toyota Corolla E100 defines simple, efficient, and everlasting. With the 4AFE or 7AFE dual-cam engines and early electronic fuel injection, it was shockingly reliable. Many ran past 400,000 miles with just oil changes. The manual gearbox shifts like butter. The AC stays cold after decades. In places like the Philippines, Egypt, Mexico, and Vietnam, these Corollas were taxis, government cars, and family haulers. Interiors were basic. the body tougher than modern city cars, and most importantly, nothing really broke. Its biggest strength, cheap parts, easy repairs, and a reputation for living forever. In many countries, they call it the eternal car, because even when the owner retires, the Corolla keeps going. Have you ever owned one of these legendary machines? If not, tell us about the oldest, toughest car you've ever driven. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more stories of unbreakable machines, because we love cars, but we love durability even more.